What's up? How you doing? When I was a kid in the 70s, I would watch this show. What the hell was it called? It was about a guy who was an astronaut slash test pilot. And one day they put him on an experimental aircraft, and the thing went out of control. He crashed, and he lost his legs, his right arm, and his left eye. So they put him back together again using the technology they had at the time, which was pretty advanced. What the hell is that show called? $6 Million Man. $6 Million Man was an awesome show. It came on Sunday nights, 8 p.m., and I don't care where we were Sunday evening, I had to get back by 8 o'clock. My father would be driving on the front of the station wagon, and there was a little clock on the left-hand side of the dashboard, and at around 7 o'clock I would start, "What time is it?" And he would say, "It's 7. I go, "We gotta get back. So he would start driving fast through the streets, get me back in time to watch this show. And I'd run upstairs. I had a TV set black and white. You turn it on, it would take like 60 seconds to warm up. And finally it would come on, and I would get the opening credits. Very intense. You know, the whole Steve Austin, A Man Barely Alive. That made my week. So I was such a fan. There were a lot of people who were fans back then, but I don't know anybody who was like me. So I would run in slow motion, and in my mind I thought people were watching me, and they would say, "Look how fast that guy's going." I thought I was running really fast, but only in my perception was it slow. And then I would jump off of things in slow motion. I would look at things and make the sound. I know a lot of people did that, but I was like beyond a lot of people on that issue. And then I got the doll, and inside the doll, the box, was a little form you'd fill out. You'd send it in, and they'd send you a picture signed Colonel Steve Austin and a sticker. I put the sticker underneath a chair I had because I thought that was the safest place, that it would last forever under that chair, and it's still there under that chair all these years later. This was 1974, and so I sent it in. They sent me the picture. They didn't sign Lee Majors on that. They signed Colonel Steve Austin, which was even better. And of course, get one of these little identification cards from the OSI. OSI, let's see. But huge fan of that show. When I hear the word technology today, bam, I'm back in that show, the opening credits. We have the technology. Just that sentence that they had the technology, but it was expensive by those standards. $6 million today, not that much compared to, you go and $6 million is a lot of money still, but for that technology to be, put together again so you could walk and be stronger and faster and see better, you could read the postage writing on a stamp from 300 yards away. That's how good his vision was. But I accidentally found out about this show. My father was paying a visit one night to someone, and we get to this house, and two adults, husband and wife, and I'm sitting there in the kitchen just listening, and the wife says to me, "Why don't you go inside that other room over there? My boys are there watching some television show." And I said, "That's okay. I don't feel like doing that right now. I don't know your boys." So she opens up the door, and the blue light came through. They were sitting on the floor. They were lying on the floor, actually, and the TV was also on the floor at their eye level. And they were lying there, and I went in there, and the lights were off, and it was just blue in there from the television. And they gave me a wave like that, and I sat behind them, and all of a sudden, $6 Million Man was playing. Hadn't seen it before, but it grabbed me, pulled me in. And the scene was Steve Austin was bending these bars off a window and trying to get out, and I was like, this show was awesome, and I couldn't get enough of it. We get in the car after we left this house, and I kept thinking about that show. I go, that show was awesome. So every Sunday after that, I had to watch that show. So, but now, when I see that show, because I own the entire series on DVD, I find it to be ridiculous. Ridiculous plots, ridiculous everything, ridiculous acting, just, not up to the standards of today. But anyway, that's how it all happened. And I see people, celebrities once in a while, and the one I really want to meet is Lee Majors. Lee Majors, be cool to see him. You take rides up to Ojai, and I'd hear on the show, we're going up to Ojai. I think he was from Ojai, because in one episode he's driving a station wagon, I think it's a blue Chevy Impala, and he passes by a sign, and the sign says, "Welcome to Ojai, home of astronaut Steve Austin, Colonel Steve Austin, whatever." It's not really there, but on the show it was. But I thought it said Ohio. I said, when I get older, this was when I was a kid, I said, when I get older, I got to go visit Ohio. $6 million man is from Ohio. But it wasn't Ohio, it was Ojai. Just dropped a letter. So anyway, that's what happened with that show. Big fan of that show. That I think I can go shopping with. You can buy Bionics on this card here. They slide it through. Has a little stripe there. And you could purchase Bionics. Dr. Rudy Wells came up with that by himself. One guy came up with that whole system, put it together. So, anyway, that's it.